Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Happy Amazon Prime Day, guys. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Okay, here we go. We're going, we're moving, we're going. All right. Let's see. A lot of chatter in there. Okay, let's move over here. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Amazon Prime Deals Day. This is their fall version of their Prime Day. Prime Day happened in July, and Prime Big Deals Day is happening now in October. And as far as I can tell, it's really kind of just another excuse for Amazon to sell a bunch of stuff, which is fine with me. Totally great with me. Great. Yeah, let me make sure that's muted. Okay, special shout out to YouTube channel members. Lee, I saw you in there first. KI5YPR. Jeff, AA4BC, see you in there. KD9WXO, KD9WAX, good evening. Randall, what's up? KR5EEE, KA2AUB, and a couple of other ones in there. Yep, we're live on a Tuesday at noon, so probably some people can't join us today, and hey, that's okay. Catch the team replay, nothing wrong with that. I am streaming to Rumble, and I'm streaming to Instagram, as well as the other places. And for whatever reason, the Instagram, the Restream chat doesn't capture the Rumble chat. So I don't know. I noticed that a couple times ago. It's worked in the past, but it hasn't worked the last several times. I don't know why. Maybe I'll contact Restream support, figure out what's going on with that. But John, Patreon member, thank you, John. Appreciate you being here today. EcoFlow did the whole jack up prices thing, then put them out on the sale thing. Did they really? Okay, I didn't see that, but I did have a few EcoFlow things to talk about today. There's a few things in my cart today, or in my list today, I should say. But you know, use them at your discretion if you want to or don't. So up to you. All right, so let's get the legalese out of the way. See how my camera's doing that? My face gets lighter. It's reflecting on. This is the new camera. This is the new Sony A6500. There's probably a setting in there I'm missing where it won't go all wonky on the exposure, but we'll work through that. At least I think the picture's better than the Canon myself. I think it is. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So the legalese of it. So I am an Amazon associate. I earn commissions from qualifying items, which is most things on Amazon. I don't think it's everything, but it's probably like 90 to 95% of everything that's on Amazon has some sort of commission that can be anywhere from like 0.5% up to like 3%, something like that. Sometimes on these Prime Day deals, they'll run like a 5 or 10% on certain companies will do that and allow Amazon to give a larger percentage. But I have that account, and I do earn commission. So, and due to FTC regulations, I have to say that in the video, and that is in the description below as well. So, anything we talk about today, just go to, if you don't want to use my links for whatever reason, just go to Amazon and kind of search around for what we're talking about. It's not a big deal, but I do appreciate you guys who do use the links, which was a lot of you last time we did this. So it does help to support the channel. Let me do this real quick here. And, okay, we'll transition over here. So this is my Amazon store. And I'm going to put that in here. That's the link to my Amazon store. I will pin that at the top. And if you scroll down here, you can find all of my, what's called idea. This is all right here. If you go to idea lists, these are lists of items that I've created and done for whatever reason. Stuff I've bought myself, Pac-Man bags for my other channel, Prime Big Day deals. This is the list we're going to be focusing on today. And it's got all these items in it that were on, this Liligo thing had a sale sticker on it yesterday, but it doesn't today, and that's okay. This is that battery pack right here that I shared with you. I shared with my Discord users last week, I think it was, and this was, yeah, 92% off. 92% off, $12 or $23 for this thing right now. That's unreal. So that's in the list right there down at the bottom. I bought that myself. I got it in. It's a little bit bigger and heavier than the previous battery banks I've used, but it's let's see, 32,000 milliamp hours. And the little itty bitty one that I carry around with me, which is about the same price, is like 11,000 milliamp hours. And then the third one I've got is like 20,000 milliamp hours. So this is a higher capacity than some of them are. So it's just, you know, it's really what do you want to carry the highest capacity thing, or do you want to carry the smallest and lightest weight? This is not the smallest and lightest weight one you can get, but it is definitely highest capacity in these that I've found anyway. It's probably not the highest you can get, but it you know, 92% off. What are you going to do? This one right here, this INIU portable charger, this is the one that I carry in my own personal EDC bag. It's 10,000 milliamp hours. That's what it is. And it's $20. So for $3 more, you can get one that's more than 3 times the size. But it's 3 times the size physically as well. 3 times the capacity and 3 times the size. So again, whatever works for you. I have both of them. Go get both of them. That'll solve your problem. Solve your problem either way. So, fake list price. It very well could be. It very well could be a fake list price on it. I don't know. But sometimes Amazon does that with stuff. Either way, it's $20 for the 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and it's $23 for the 32,000 milliamp hour battery. So they probably never sell it at the list price. And okay, all right. No worries for me. I went through and I bought a bunch of these like little pocket carry EDC flashlights, and I actually created a list, if you'll, best EDC flashlights right here. And I picked up 5 or 6 of these, and I'm planning on making a video on my Pac-Man channel about EDC flashlights, but a lot of these are on the Prime Day discount, so including this O-Light right here, which I really, really like. I've got 2 of these. I've got one of these in green, and I got one of these in orange. Mike, K8MRD, he's the one who turned me on to this light. This is an iMini 2. You pull it apart at the seam right there that I'm looking at. You pull it apart, and that's what turns it on. And then this turns this light on here, and the back of that light is a magnet. So you just stick it on your truck or on your tent or something like that, and you put it back into the little case holder thing that turns the light off, and then you plug it into USB-A to charge it. And that's a pretty slick O-Light right there. Some people don't like O-Light. I like O-Light just fine. Yeah, I like them just fine. So, but that's it. But those are in my EDC flashlights one. But I also, nope, I clicked on the wrong thing. I also put that over here. Hello, come on, wake up. There we go. So there's that. Oh, there's the black version right there with the O-Light iMini 2 EDC. This little guy here, this Aplos 1000 lumens light, I picked that up. It's okay. This 1 Rock Tool premium zipper pouch. I picked some of those up a couple months ago. They're pretty nice. They got the Baofeng UV17R on sale for $27.99, 26% off. UV17R has NOAA weather channels, 7 watts long range, and carries I think 999 memory channels, unlike most Baofengs that do 128. So TID radio TDH3 is on there. Redivus RT95. There's another little clack cap, whatever that is. Little EDC flashlight. I'm going to be doing, like I said, I'm going to be doing a video about all these flashlights on my Pac-Man channel, so kind of testing out some of these. This little torch, waterproof USB rechargeable torch here is cool. This is a 2-pack. It comes with the one that's the arc in the middle and the one that's the kind of like the, it's not a flame, but it kind of looks like a flame that shoots up. One of each of those there, $12 for both of them. This is just everything I've put in the pack so far. There's a Gold Zero portable Yeti, an EcoFlow, the Delta 2. $459 for a Delta 2 is not a bad price. It's perhaps not that great of a sale, but it is a little bit of a sale at least. The Renogy solar panels. These Ghost energy drinks. That's what I'm drinking right now. And they got different flavors of these. They have these on sale, 20% off, 19% off for the Ghost energy drinks. I drink these quite regularly. So there you go. Not a Rubicon. What's up, Randy? Randy likes the TDH3. What's up, Rob? Digital Rancher in the house? All good there. I don't have a Frank today, so if I miss something in the chat, it's not on purpose, but Ghost Energy for the win. All right, Provision says, just FYI, there's also a 50,000 milliamp hour by Wow. Boy, these names sometimes. $27 as well using the 20% checkout coupon. Okay, so here in a minute, I'm going to get suggestions from the chat, from the audience, from you guys, and we're going to search for some stuff and put some new stuff in this list. I'm just kind of showing you what's in the list right now. I was searching for Meshtastic things right there. So they got the Heltec 3 V3 board with the case and battery and riser cards and antenna and all that stuff right there. 20% off, Prime Big Day deal. But if you click on this box right here, it'll give you an additional 5% off. So that's in there right now. Nano VNA. I think that's probably a knockoff. That's not probably an authentic Nano VNA, but you know, Amazon's good about returns. And then Radioddity has the DB40 GMRS mobile radio right there. So we're going to go through and do some searching on some stuff there. Time USB did send me an email about a week and a half or so ago and said that they are running a 50% off sale on their website. So I'm going to put the link to their website in the chat. They said, hey, do you mind sharing that on some video? And I said, well, I'm doing a live stream about Prime Big Deals Day and be happy to share it. And sometimes companies will reach out to me and ask me to do that. So they were the first ones to do that this time. I think Lead Time has a sale, and EcoFlow, I got an email from them like a month ago as well, although it wasn't a directed email. I got a direct email from Time USB. So so check out that link that I just put in the description. I've got one of their batteries that they sent me. I'm going to do a capacity test on it, maybe some other testing on it. Probably tomorrow, actually. Going to start that video tomorrow, and then that'll be a video on the channel soon. So check out Time USB, and if you make a purchase from their website, tell them that Ham Radio 2.0 sent you over there. So, okay. So what we want to do here is we go to Amazon, and then this drop-down menu doesn't show up in the screen capture I've got, but if you hit this drop-down menu right there at the search bar, it says All. I'm going to hit the drop-down, and the first option is Prime Deal Days, and you can see that now in the screen, Prime Deal Days, and we can search for anything from here. So somebody said what I like Olight that is USB chargeable, not the custom. Yeah, Paul, I agree with that. I don't Olight. Lawnmower says I don't like Olight's weird voltage requirements, proprietary charging format. Well, if it's USB, then it's not that proprietary. The one I just showed you was a USB-A chargeable Olight. I agree with you about some of the weird proprietary chargers on Olight and some other stuff too as well. Okay. KA2AUB, what big battery pack are you? Oh, you mean the one I mentioned in the beginning, the 32,000 milliamp hour one? Cool. Good deal. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to... Red Sour Patch Kids is my favorite. I like that one too. Okay, Baofeng GT5R Pro 2-pack. Let's just search for Baofeng. Boom. And if you guys click on my link, I got the link to my store pinned in the top of the chat. And the way that Amazon works is you click on that link and open my store, and you start the session and it creates a cookie in your web browser, and anything you buy over the next 24 hours, I get credit for. So I get people buying paper towels, toilet paper, shovels for their yard, light bulbs, batteries, AA batteries, stuff that I was like, I've never promoted this item before at all. But since I sent them to Amazon in that session, that's how that works. So yeah, that's one way to do it. Okay. Let's see. GT5R. I'm not seeing that on the first page. Let's just go ahead and search for GT5R. 5RM, 5RX. There it is right there. GT5R. You said the dual pack? All right. 4 antennas. 2 stubbies and 2 longer antennas. 2 desk chargers. Are those batteries USB-C chargeable? Doesn't look like it. Not sure on that. GT5R Pro, multiband VH. Oh, they're it's 220. Okay, that's why there's two. That's why there's an extra set of antennas. I didn't realize that one was 220. I purchased another variation one time. You know what? I do have that radio. I've never done a video about it. Okay. Well, we're going to put that in there for you. Shelly G. Put that down here. Okay. That'll be part of the madness now. So use the link in the top. Okay. EcoWorthy has a good sale on 280 amp hour batteries. Let's look at that. EcoWorthy. I've used some of their stuff before, some of their smaller stuff. Let's see, 12. Right there. 440 at 20% off. Yeah, that's not bad. 447 for a 280 amp hour battery. Yeah, that's not bad. Got the Bluetooth in it. Lithium iron phosphate. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's add that one in there. Good. Okay. Thanks, Paul. Wish the Radioddity QT60 was more than just $20 off. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Oh, no, that's a different one. I'm thinking of this QT40. That thing's weird. QT60, $20 off. Okay. Is that a copy of the Anytone? The Quad 5 or the Quad 6 radio? Is that I haven't had my hands on this radio. Sometimes Radioddity will grab a radio from another manufacturer, put their stamp on it. They're not stealing it. They're working in conjunction with that company. So is that the same radio as the Anytone? Hey, John from Colorado. Greetings. Soul Studios, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. So, okay, I'm going to put, this is 20, it's only $20 off, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it in there anyway. Somebody asked about a 10-meter radio earlier, 10-meter mobile radio. That Anytone AT5555 or AT6666, those have been out for a while, and those both got pretty good reviews. You're not going to get as good of a deal on a 10-meter only mobile as you would on buying, like, say, FT891 from Yaesu, or maybe an older used like IC7000, or maybe FT857D, something like that. You're going to get a better deal on those other radios because you get all the bands with those radios. So like this radio right here is $200 for one band, and a brand new Yaesu FT891 is about $650 for 10 or 12 bands. So just keep that in mind. Now, as a technician, you can only use 10 meters unless you know CW. You can use CW on other bands, but if you're planning on upgrading at any point in time, then you can use other stuff on that FT891 later on with an upgraded license. So just be aware of that. I'm not telling you don't get a 10 meter only radio, but you're paying for one band instead of paying for like multiple bands. So just remember that. Just math it out and see which one works best for you. Okay. GT5R is clean. That's good to know. Paul, if you were a member of my email list, sir, then you would know I'm doing this. Assuming you're talking to me. Well, heck, wish I knew earlier. Already ordered stuff. I assume that's directed to me, and if it is, then you need to sign up on my email list. You'd know stuff earlier. Let's see. Solar panel starter kit. Okay, I'll get to that, Soul Studios. Steve, can the Radioddity DB40G be unlocked for 2M440 like I was able to do with my DB20G? Thanks. I doubt it, but it surprises me that you can unlock any GMRS radio into dual band, because that would mean it's actually a dual band radio underneath and it's suppressed, rather than just building a mono band radio, which is a lot cheaper. So if it worked on your 20, then try it on the 40. I don't know. It kind of surprises me that it works at all. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Okay, solar panel starter kit. Prime Day solar panel starter kit. Starter kit for RB. There we go. Okay. Dokio. Okie dokio. Okay, that's a good price right there. The Renogy 100 watt with the 100 watt solar panel and a 30 amp PWM solar charge controller plus adapter kit, kit trays, mounting Z brackets. That's a good price for $110 with that. And that one, Renogy got a bad rap for that eBay thing they did a few months ago. I get it. If you don't want to use, and Renogy has a habit of jacking up the prices and then putting them on sale during these days. I get it. If you don't like Renogy, okay, that's cool. I personally like their stuff. I've had their stuff for a while. I've got a couple of their batteries that work well. I've got 2 or 3 of these Wanderer solar charge controllers, and these are nice. I really like these solar charge controllers. There's a lot of good solar charge controllers out there. I really like this one. It has a Bluetooth module you can add to it. So I think this is a really good price. I'm going to put this on the list today. Right there. And then Eco-Worthy 200 watts. See, this is probably even a better price. You got 200 watts for $149 or 100 watts for $110. So for another $39, you've got almost double capacity. Got one of their Eco-Worthy solar charge controllers. I do not have experience with that solar charge controller. Not sure how RF quiet it is or isn't. Don't know. Looks like you got some mounting brackets and MC4 cables and other stuff there, so that looks like a pretty good price also. Eco-Worthy's a decent brand. I got a couple of their batteries, like I said a minute ago. I don't think I've ever tried any of their solar panels, and I know I have definitely not tried that charge controller, so it might be noisier than hell. Just be aware of that, you know. Let's see. There's the Renogy version. Okay, so it's $110 for the 100 watt. And it's $206, which is less than twice, for the 200 watt. And this Rover charge controller, I've got one of these as well. I really like this one as well. So that's another good. I really like the Renogy solar charge controllers. I've not had any RFI issues with them. With the ones I've used, they've worked well. So 2 100 watt panels, a 40 amp. Does that say 40? No, 20 amp. 20 amp MPPT charge controller, mounting brackets. Whole 9 yards, good, okay. Put that on there. All right, let's look at the chat real quick. I run the Eco-Worthy 280 amp hour at the house power. They have been solid in 3 outages longer than 1 day. Good information, Paul. Thank you for sharing that. Don says he likes that 10 minute. The 6666 can also be switched to CB mode. Yes, it can. All of those Anytone radios were really designed to be, they're sold as export 10-meter radios, but they're really meant to be used on 11 meters. My wife is in the chat. Good afternoon. IC 7000 or 857D are not cheap. That is true, Lee, but they're also a much better radio, and you get all the bands. Much better radio, much better quality. You get all the bands. They have a separatable face separation kit. So, again, I'm not telling you what to get. I'm just saying, hey, you've got options. Just think about what you want to spend. Any good deals on IP67 or 68 mobile radios? Let's look. What do you want an IP68 mobile radio for? You got a Jeep? You going to roll it down a mountain? I mean, that's okay if you want to. You going to drive through a river with it? I kind of drove through a river last time I left Galveston. Radio. Let's see. No, those are all handhelds. Maybe I said search for mobile radio. I'm pretty sure that Radiodity is not IP68 rated. Not that I'm seeing. I know those TID radios and those fangs are absolutely not IP67, 68 rated. Let's see. That's pretty cool. Not that I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any IP67 or 68 rated, especially mobile radios. Seriously, what are you going to use that for? I'd like to know. I think that'd be a fun... Whatever you're planning to use that for might be a really fun video. Especially if it's your equipment we're doing that with. Cheaper the better. Not always true. I do not agree with that statement. Cheaper the better. I don't agree with that. Add the 100 amp hour to your list. KD9WX 100 amp hour what? Because I've been through a few things. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat. Paul says I'm on the emails. I just have to read my emails. Okay, yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, that's good. Put the 100 amp hour LiPo 4 so I can order it. I'm sorry, Dale. Which one are you speaking of? And again, if you just click on my store link at the top of the chat and open the store link and click on something in the store, then you can search Amazon and order whatever you want to from there, and I'll get credit because I started the session there. Okay. 100. I'll put it on there though. 100 amp hour what? 100 amp hour which battery? The EcoWorthy, the Renogy. Okay, there's the lead time. So that's that Group 24 battery. $199 for that. That lead time, I just did a review about that. That's a good battery right there. Boom. Okay. DC House, not familiar with that one. Redodo. Okay. I really like the Redodo line. I like their batteries. They have good customer service. They make a good battery. Them and Power Queen, almost said Power Film. Them and Power Queen both have good customer service. They make a good battery. It wouldn't surprise me if they're actually the same battery with just different labels. I don't know that for sure. It's just kind of a guess, but they're Redodo and Power Queen are both really good batteries. And lead time also. Those are kind of my top three right now. Yes, Shelly. Well, so I started this list yesterday, Shelly. And again, anytime you're going to click on my store and just go find something, I should get credit for it. So yeah, okay. I see these questions. MPPT. Is the MPPT the better type of controller? Let's see. Somebody's calling. Who's calling me? I'm not going to answer it. Nope. Not answering. Is the TYT UV8000 IP68? MPPT versus PWR. I think it's P whatever it is. Okay, so here's my answer to that. The MPPT solar charge controller is the better version, it's better at gathering light solar power from shaded areas. But traditionally also they are much more RFI noisy. Okay. So if you're going to put panels on your house or in your RV, somewhere in a permanent install, and put a permanent solar charge controller on them, yes, get MPPT. Absolutely. For field deployable radios, if you're going to go out into the field for POTA, SOTA, whatever, it does not freaking matter. Okay? Because you're probably going to be laying a solar panel on the ground, not pointed directly at the sun. Okay? And not that, I mean, you might have a rotator system at home to point it at the sun at home, I don't know. And with an RV, you can kind of point it at the sun. You can kind of turn the RV around, point it at the sun if you want to. It's never going to be perfect, not all day long anyway. But the PNW or whatever it is, charge controllers are much less RFI noisy traditionally than the MPPT ones are. My favorite PNW controller is the Buddy Pull Power Mini. It's really, really good. It's got power pulls on it and whatnot. So, yeah, it really depends. I like the answer in so many things in amateur radio. It really depends on what you're going to do with it. If it's a permanent install of your solar panel, MPPT. If it's just something to put in a backpack and take out and do radio, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Okay, TYT UV8000. I don't think that one is IP68, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Let's see. TYT UV8000. Two-way radio, high power, boom. It is, well, that's a very informative. That doesn't tell me anything. That's not a very good ad at all. Who's that sold by? Brand generic. Okay. Let's look down here. Let's look further. I don't know. You know what? I think it seems like that one is. I'm going to put this one in here because it's 20% off right now. And then I'm going to open up this new web page. We're going to go find this sucker. Reviews. No, let's just look at Radioddity and see what they have to say. Usually if something's IP67 or 68, it's prominently displayed in like the title or the first note about it, and this one's not telling me anything like that at all. And I don't remember. It's been a while since I've had my hands on one of these. I used to have one. I did a video. I got rid of it. I think I gave it away or something. I am not seeing anything that lists that on this page. Let's see. No, usually if they have that, it's going to be prominently displayed somewhere. So I don't think I don't think I would bank on that fact. Hey Brian, good. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Any power supplies on sale? Let's look. 45. 12-volt power supply. Boom. I was probably going to bring up a bunch of computer stuff. Here's one. Universal compact bench power supply. You probably do better than that. I mean, you know. Jess Verdi store, whatever that is. Jess Verdi. Never heard of it. 2 ports on the front, on-off switch. Okay, that's there. I think I'll put that in my list, though. Oh, that's kind of a neat looking. Well, this one wins the same brand, Jess Verdi or whatever. Anybody familiar with this brand? Never heard of them. I don't see anything that's like known name brand. Let's just search for I'll search for Samlex. No. Just no, not there. Search for who else? Reg Expert. I don't think that they're on here. It's just no. This is just all. Okay, here's your G90H1 bracket for 20% off. I'll put that on there. I'm not seeing any power supplies on there. 45. Nothing worth a darn anyway. That Just Verdi. I don't know. Somebody try it and see. I don't know. UV8000E handheld radios are mentioned as having an IP69 waterproof rating. Okay. I couldn't find any evidence on that, but okay. I mean, it kind of looks like it is. I don't know. I don't remember because it's been a long time since I've had my hands on one on that specific model of radio. UV8000 crossband repeater. Yeah, there's a lot of radios that do that these days, though. Life and Death. That's a cool YouTube name. I've seen you in there before. Bought cheap, paid dearly. Let's see. Good afternoon from East Texas, N5BIG. Yeah, buy once, cry once. Agreed. USB-C soldering iron. That's interesting. Let's look at that. Cordless soldering iron, 5-volt, 8-watt USB-C rechargeable soldering pen. It's got this one is 4.5 out of 5 stars with 3,200 plus ratings. So I'd say that's a pretty good review right there. Put that on there. FNI RSI soldering kit. Oh, look at all those tips it comes with. Okay, that's cool. 175 ratings, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Okay. That's not as good. Obviously not as good. Those are like little pens. Cordless soldering iron. That's similar to that first one we saw. 93 ratings, 4 out of 5 with only 93 reviews. I'll skip that one. Yeah, so I'd go with that first one, honestly. This guy right here got a lot of good reviews on it. It's only $30. Hey, greetings from north of the 49th. Thanks, JR. Thanks for being here. DC to DC chargers to charge LiPo4 from your 12-volt car system. Okay. Let's try it. DC to DC charger. There's a Renogy version. 1,492 ratings, 4.3 out of 5 stars. Okay. 28% off. I'll show you the one that I use. I recently installed one of these in my truck. Yeah, this Renogy here, this is similar. That's a lot more money. I wonder why. Multi-stage charging solar panel. Oh, it has a built. Okay, so this one's a DC to DC for your vehicle, and it has an MPPT solar charge controller in it. Cool. I'll show you the one that I just installed. Let's see. Nope, don't want your email. Overland, van life, RV and trailer company. Okay, this one right here. This BCDC Classic 25 amp. I have there's a 40 amp version. And I got the 40 amp version. This thing, is installed in my external battery box on my 300 amp hour battery. It has an MPP solar charge controller, and mine's the 40 amp. This is the 25 amp. When you start the engine and I'm driving down the road, it's shooting 40 amps of recharge power into my external battery, and all it has is a wire running from it to my main battery. It's got more wires than that. That's the only wire that's going to my main system. It's got a positive wire going to my main system, a negative wire that grounds to the bed, another positive wire that goes to my secondary battery, a couple other wires for wiring up, telling it what battery chemistry you've got, Bluetooth wire, that kind of thing. It's got a Bluetooth, or no, mine does not have a Bluetooth. I have an external Bluetooth on it, so I can monitor it that way. But the app, I can monitor it from the Bluetooth app on the battery, and I can see it's shooting in anywhere from like 38 to 41 amps while I'm driving down the road. So that's what I use. All right, let's see. Anything good antenna-wise for satellite ISS? Okay. Probably not on this, but let's look and see. Dual band Yagi. What's it? HDTV antenna? Yeah, see, if you search Yagi antennas, you're finding like HDTV stuff. What the heck is that? I mean, that's not a Yagi antenna, so I don't know why it's that Wi-Fi router. No, you're going to be better off for a satellite ISS antenna. You're going to want to look at either Elk or Arrow for those guys. What's your favorite brand of LiFePo 4 battery? That's a loaded question. So there's a bunch of them, honestly. Red Odo I've probably used the Red Odo more than I've used the other ones. I've used Renogy. I've got a couple of Power Queens. I've had good luck with Power Queen. Lead time is fairly new to me. I've only had one. Yeah, I only have one lead time. Lead time just sent me a second battery like 2 days ago. I haven't even opened the box yet. Bioenno. If you want a small compact battery to run your radio to put in a pack, Bioenno. Absolutely, Bioenno. I wish Bioenno was a little bit more into the RV. They make some larger batteries for RVs and whatnot. In fact, I have a Bioenno battery on my RV, my falling apart RV that actually is being worked on right now outside. So, yeah, Bioenno, can't go wrong with one of those. Big fan of the MiniWare style, but the pencil styles are good too. MPT is about 15% more efficient than plain PWM is. Yeah, I'd say that's true. Bidets for KDMRD. Yeah, he can buy his own bidet. Grounding spikes for POTA ops. That's a good one. How about that? Boom. 40-foot. Oh, okay. That's the cord coming off of it. Okay. You mean like tent stakes? Is that what you're talking about? Like this? Plastic landscape anchoring stakes? I don't want freaking plastic. Unless it's like really hard plastic. Rebar. 12-inch rebar. 20% off of those. That might work. Those are cheap. Garden staples. Those are cheap. These are okay. These are what I like. I like these right here. These tent stakes with the head on those head on the top of them, and they have the flat head on the metal part, so you can hit it with a hammer and not break the hell out of it. These are what I like right here. These are 15% off right now. So also, I like what are they called? Screwdriver spikes? I'm not sure what they're. Stakes? Something like that. There's some that you can like actually put an impact on. That's I think maybe this is. Yeah. See, these right here have a hexagon head on them. You put an impact, like a cordless impact drill on them, and then you hammer them into the ground. I'm going to actually pick up some of these for my hog trap. I've got a new it's not new to me. I got a hog trap at the end of last season, and if it gets 2 or 3 hogs, it's not that heavy. It's not that heavy. It's kind of big. It's not that heavy, but you get 2 or 3 hogs in it, and they're going to be able to move it around unless it's staked into the ground. So I'm going to get something like this and stake it into the ground. But yeah, I think that those are cool. You're not going to have any guy wires for your hex beam come up with that thing. Okay. Looking to get a solar system for my portable HF rig, 891. Would a 100-watt solar panel and a 20-amp charge controller be overkill for a 24-amp-hour LiPo4 battery? In my estimation, there's no such thing as overkill for solar because you're never going to get optimal solar in a portable setup. You're going to lay the solar panel on the ground or on your car or on a picnic table, and it's going to be, for maybe 30 minutes out of the day, it's going to get direct sunlight. The rest of the time, it's going to be not pointed directly at the sun. So if you want to carry it, I don't think that's too big at all. That's my opinion. Stealth HF antennas for an apartment. Okay. Probably not. Well, let's look. Let's look. Stealth HF antenna. Vehicle antennas. Abri or Baofeng copy Abri antennas. Not seeing anything on a search. How about HOA antenna? It's going to bring up a bunch of TV antenna stuff. Here you go. Activate POTA with that thing. Whew. Not seeing much in the way of HF antennas. Let's see. Thank you, Ken, for being here. Just ordered a Red Odo 12-volt 100-amp-hour. I think you will be happy with that. Any antennas for the Yaesu FTDX10, like any HF antenna, will work for the FTDX10. And I just searched for HF. Well, let's search. I'll search HF antenna. How's that? HF radio antenna. There's a Ballon for one. I don't think Amazon knows what HF antenna is. It brings me the Nano VNA, coax. There's a telescoping, stainless steel telescoping whip. There's a GMRS antenna. That's not HF. Like I said, I don't think they know what HF is. So I want to see Rob do a video using a tape measure, Yagi, UDA, and 2 cheap HTs to hit the ISS. I'll do you one better than that. Twice yesterday. Not yesterday. When was that? Saturday. We were driving to... Well, I think he was driving to Belton the first time, and then the second time we were driving to Meshcon. He was in his truck, and he hit the ISS repeater 2 different times with his IC2730 and a signal stick antenna, mag mount antenna on top of his truck. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Dakota lithium batteries are good, yes. Windy Nation 12-volt 100-amp-hour battery. Never heard of them. Let's look that up. Windy Nation. Okay. Indeed. Oh, there it is right there. It's not on... Oh, that's a sealed lead acid battery. It's not on Prime Day sale. Windy Nation store. Battery cables. Looks like they mostly like battery cables, welding and battery cables, SOOW cable, terminals and connectors, solar panels, cables, and equipment. I'm not familiar with this brand, so I'm not going to say one way or the other. They may be good. They may not be good. I don't know. There's that 100 amp hour battery, but it's not a lithium iron phosphate battery. Those are some cool connectors right there for your battery posts. So, not sure on that one. Sorry. Let's see. Okay. Comet 2x4 SR is one of the best. Yes, agreed with that. That is a good antenna. Anything by Comet is good. Feral pigs tend to be escape artists, don't I know it? I'm thinking those DC to DC alternator chargers really current limiters, since a LiPo 4 battery will take everything else an alternator has. That overheats alternator and burns them out. Probably correct on that. There is, for the one that I use, there is a specific way to wire it for lithium iron phosphate, or for lithium ion or lithium iron phosphate batteries. If you have an AGM or a gel cell or a lead acid battery, you wire it differently. And it tells you that in the instructions. It's not hard. But yes, yeah, you're probably right about that. Life and death. ATOS 120 for the HOA, that'll work. Do not buy the Amazon coax, it's bad. Mike did a video about that, and he got some surprisingly good results from some Amazon coax. 2 contacts off the signal stick, Rob says. Windy Nation is good for power cables, Paul says. Okay. That's all I was finding on their store as well. Windy Nation is kind of big in the solar industry. Interesting. You'd think I would have heard of them, but I have not. There wasn't much on their Amazon store. Maybe they have a lot more stuff on their own website. Gas-powered generators. That's a great idea. Let's look for that. Gas-powered generator. Boom. Okay. So, I got to say, I got one of these smart generators from EcoFlow last year. This thing is cool. It's not cheap, but it is cool because it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you can remote control it from right next to it. You connect to it with Bluetooth, or you leave it running at home, or have it running at your camping site with Wi-Fi, and you go off somewhere, you can monitor it from your phone. It's like I said, it's not cheap, but it is a thing that has some features on it that most don't. Okay. Westinghouse Max Peeding rods. Max Peeding rods. Some of these names, man, I don't know. Okay, here's a Generac. Okay, Westinghouse is an okay brand. It's kind of like a lower tier brand. It's okay. Generac's a really good brand. 3,300 watt gas powered portable inverter generator, lightweight, USB ports for mobile device charging, CoSense technology. All that right there. So we'll put that in there. Generac's a brand name. You're going to pay for that, but it's a higher quality as well. Let's see. Max Peeding ground. I don't know anything about those Max Peeding grounds. Now, Champion, these Champion generators, I have had, these are not expensive generators either. I have personally had good luck with these Champion generators. I've owned 3 of them. I still have one. I have one with a remote start and an electric start and a remote control start. So you can push a button on the generator and start it, or you can remote control start it, like a little key fob for your car. I've had good luck with these. My first one never died on me. It got to where I had to have the carburetor rebuilt because it was really, really hard to start. I had the carburetor rebuilt and it was fine after that. My second one did die on me, but I think that was my fault. It was one of the little hand carry ones, and it didn't tell me it was low on oil, and I think I ran it out of oil. I didn't say that, but I've had good luck with these Champion Power. They're a good lower cost option. Not as good as a Honda, not as good as a Generac, but a good lower cost option. EcoFlow. Oh, that's new. Okay, look at that. EcoFlow 3200 watt dual fuel smart generator with LPG and gas. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one yet. Interesting. Okay. 20% off of that. Yeah, see, $1,400. It's not cheap. Those smart generators are not cheap. Now we're getting into some solar stuff here. There's another Generac, a larger one. EGO Power. I've heard of these guys. They have some lawn equipment, the lawn store that I go to. Okay, so that's there. RJ, any prime deals on handheld radios? Yeah, I got a couple in there. Go check out the link at the top of the chat. Jason, type in HF antenna for ham radio. Okay, we'll try that. First thing that comes up is a vehicle dual band VHF UHF antenna. Okay. Again, we're searching inside of the prime deal days drop down here at the top. So just because it's on Amazon doesn't mean it's going to show up in our search, because we're searching inside the things that are actually on sale today. Radioddity tri-band. No, that's not. It's not HF. Although, is that? Oh, I think that's kind of like that Nagoya 320. Yeah, RD 371. Yeah, UV 5RX3. Okay. 20% off of that. I'm going to put that in there just for the heck of it. It's probably a good antenna. I have the Nagoya version of that, and I really like that. There's that telescoping 18.4 foot telescoping. Oh, that's an SMA connector. What the heck? Go on like a little QRP rig, maybe. Yeah, more SMA connectors. Yeah, not really much coming up underneath the Prime Big Deals Day subcategory on Amazon. So, all right. Trying to keep up with the chat, guys. What about some APRS radio equipment deals? Stir up. You know, those guys are trolling you guys. ACK and KWMRD, they're not actually at each other's throats. It's all an act. But Mike does hate APRS, so it's kind of an act based on factual stuff. But ACK's thumbnail in his video he released on Friday was awesome, and I texted him and told him that. I was like, you know, even a dummy can do it, and he had a picture of a dummy load. It was good. Okay, APRS. Redivus RT3S with APRS. Does that have APRS? APRS, really? That looks like a TYT radio, and those don't have APRS. Not really. They do have GPS. Does that actually have APRS? I don't know. This has APRS. This this little RT73. This does have APRS right here. TID Radio H3, UVK5. That one doesn't have APRS. No, I don't think any of these have APRS. That's a cool radio right there, that GS5B from Radioddity, but it doesn't have APRS either. Not true APRS anyway. So, yeah, not much in that. ATAS 123.79. Okay. TN07 go-to antenna for HF works. Yes, it's good too. Alpha Antennas has a couple of HOA antennas that are good as well. Blue Eddies, DC to DC supposedly only works while the engine runs or will stop charging. Yes, that is how my Red Arc. It only works when the engine is running, because you don't want to keep a constant Well, I mean, maybe you do, but, you know, typically speaking, you don't want to keep a constant charge going on your battery all the time. You know, let it charge up and let it charge back down, that kind of thing, charge cycles and all that. But it's, yeah, that's how my Red Arc does as well. But if you're sitting at a campsite or you go out of town for a long time or something like that and you want to keep it maintained, you can plug a solar panel into it. Let's see. Hack RF or Flipper Zero? No. Not there. Okay. Flipper Zero. There's a carrying case for a Flipper Zero. Two-piece soft protective carrying case. Do they sell Flipper Zeros on Amazon? Looks like they sell accessories for it, but they either don't sell them on Amazon or they're not included in this Prime Big Deals Day subcategory. Mini Bluetooth keyboard. Check that out. Little touchpad on it. That's kind of neat. Okay. Do you recommend the Baofeng UV25? Maybe. I did a review about it. It seems like a pretty solid radio. It's heavy. It's bulky. It doesn't give you any more features, really, than like a UV17 or UV21 does. So if you just want to carry a concealed weapon, you know, it's okay. Okay, hold on with the camera. That's my new camera that only has a... There we go. That's my new camera that only has a battery. I got to get a power supply for it. Perhaps I should buy a power supply for my Sony camera during Prime Big Deals Day. I'll go look at that. Okay. Any battery for flying with the FT891? Have to go to Oklahoma in a week and have... So I would recommend... You're not going to find this on Amazon. I would recommend that 12 amp hour battery from Bioenno. It's about the size of an actual house brick, of a brick of a house. 12 amp hours is generally the largest capacity that the airline will let you carry. TSA says something smaller, but if you go look at American Airlines and Delta Airlines website, they allow something bigger, usually about 150 watt hours. And a 12 volt, 12 amp hour is 144 watt hours. You take volts and multiply it by amps, you can get your watt hours. So I have flown with a 20 amp hour battery before. TSA didn't know what the heck it was. So they said, is this a battery? I said, yeah, it is. They're like, okay. And that was it. So they didn't even look at the capacity. But yeah, that 12 amp hour is the safest one because it's within legal capacity for most airlines. Or any other 12 amp hour. I like the Bioenno best, but any other 12 amp hour battery would be good. Max Speeding rods makes car parks. Their coilovers are trash, but their connecting rods for the Miatas are actually great. Okay. Champion's been good to me, but usually only short-term use for specific tasks. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use a Champion generator to run my house, but for the hunting lease or for campsites, I think they're fine. I've had very good luck with them. Let's see. I like the small dual fuel generators. Any recommendations for a laptop to use primarily for ham logging, programming? Link. I wonder if that Evolve Maestro is in here. This is not a great laptop, but it is 12 volts. No, it's not here. I like what I have been using myself lately. forget the number on it. Tough pad. Let's see. CF, that one right there. FZG1. FCG1. This is what I have been using lately. It's not on sale. I have the 10-inch version. There's a smaller one. So I think the 7-inch version or something like that. This is what I've been using on Poto lately. I really like it. Runs Windows 10. USB on the side. Has a 12-volt adapter for cigarette lighter adapter, which of course you can cut off, put power pulls on if you want to. But it's this has been a great little notepad or tough pad to have in my Explorer backpack from Gigaparts, because that's what I use it for. So that's the one I've been using. Your hog trap won't hold with those plastic rope attachments. I'm not going to use rope. I'm going to attach it via either carabiner or some sort of metal hook around those spikes in the ground on all four corners of the trap. Hack RF and Flipper Zero, two completely different things. Yes, but he asked me to search for both of them. Flipper Zero may be hard to find on Amazon with the recent bad press. I didn't hear about that. Okay. I don't own one of those. Jason is the ham dominator. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for being here, buddy. Tried to find a Rig Expert Stick Pro, but no luck. On Amazon or just in general? Because, Brian, because Gigapart should have them, and my 5% discount code should work on those. Prime deals are fine for some things, but this weekend is the Harbor Freight tent sale, and the Predator generators are probably better than what's on Amazon. I would have to disagree with that. Those Predator generators, my dad has one. It's okay, but it's not the quality of a Champion. Definitely not the quality of a Generac. No. They may be fine for setup and teardown situations here and there, just kind of at random. But no, I don't own one, but my dad does, and it was kind of loud and just kind of clanked, and sometimes a little bit hard to start. I don't know, but I've had much better luck with the Champion generators myself. UV Pro, yeah, that UV Pro is pretty cool. I've got one of those. I'm going to be doing a video on very soon. I've had good luck with Amazon HP Renewed laptops, Lee says. Good. Laptops, please. No generators at Harbor Freight in Tampa. Not sure why, LOL. Good question. Yes, Lee, I do have a keyboard with my tough pad. Honestly, it almost makes it too bulky. And since it's waterproof, it's kind of hard to type on. So you're not going to type really fast on it. But, I mean, it's there if I need it. But I find myself I don't use it a whole lot. Okay, so I'm going to search laptops, and then I'm going to do LiPo 4 charger for Taylor. And then I think I'm going to shut it down, guys. We're past most people's lunch hour here. So, laptop. This is under, Prime Big Deals Day. Let's see. There's an Apple 2024 MacBook Air 13-inch for $849. HP newest 255 G10 for $399. Acer, I don't know what this is. Naklude. Well, that's a off-brand, never heard of. Okay. Acer, HP, $200, $200. Okay, let's put the Apple in there, because Apple for sub $1,000 is probably a good price, right? I don't know. Why would I know that? Let's see. That. And then this guy right here. That's an off-brand. Acer, overall pick. Yeah, this is Amazon's overall pick. 15-inch, full HD, 1080p, Intel UHD graphics, 8 gig of DDR5 RAM, 128 hard. That's a small hard drive for today's standards. That's a small hard drive, so just be aware of that. Depends on what you're using it for, but be aware of that. I don't even like any of my computers to have less than 1 terabyte hard drive anymore these days. There's a Lenovo. I've had good luck with Lenovo's in the past. 1.5 storage. Okay, 1.5 terabyte hard drive, 36. Holy cow, 36 gigs of RAM, 1.5 terabyte storage, 512 SSD operating, and a 1 terabyte cloud storage. Okay, all right. So it's got a 512 internal hard drive, and then for some service you get 1 terabyte cloud storage. Intel 4-core, free 1 year of Office. Intel 4-core, Windows 11. Okay, that's okay. That's not as good as they made it sound up front. So, okay, what's the last thing? LiPo 4 charger. Noco Genius 1 battery charger. Okay, so this guy right here, and it comes under a bunch of different names. I think this is probably the same factory in China making a bunch of them for a bunch of different people. See, I last purchased this in January. I'm currently using this one. I had one of these and it failed on me because I left it out in the rain. That was my fault. I actually didn't know it rained overnight. I didn't realize it. I got up the next morning. I was like, oh crap, it's raining. My battery's still charging, and it was charged, but the charger had failed at that point. So, and I also did a video. One of the connectors came loose on this, and that was the old one, the one that failed in the rain, and I resoldered it and got it working again. But I like the screen on this. You can use it for lithium, AGM, lead acid, or LiPo 4. You just change it by pressing that mode button right there. It tells you on the screen what rate it's charging at. It lets you set a 3 to 5 amp hour rate, a 5 to 10, or a 10 to 20. So you can slow charge something if you want to. I really enjoy this one. This one's good. 36% off right now. Next Peak is just one of the. I've seen it under like 3 or 4 different names. I don't know who actually makes it. There you go. But that's one of my favorite ones right there from personal experience. I don't know what that is. Nope. Oh, okay. EcoWorthy has one. It's probably good. 12-volt smart charger. Looks like it does lead acid, AGM, and LiPo 4. 4.5 amps on LiPo 4. So a little bit smaller on that one right there. Put that one in there. Yeah, see, this is the same thing again under a different name. Hasto store or whatever. That style of charger, I've had good luck with that style of charger. I bought a second one after I killed my first one by leaving it out in the rain, and I've had good luck with the second one as well. So. Kermit, what's going on, buddy? Predator inverter generator, much better than the normal generator, quieter and more reliable, still cheaper than almost anything. I had a Champion that fit that same description. Again, I don't own a Predator. The Predator my dad has is one of those big honkers. It is not quiet. It's like a 5500 watt. But hey, if you guys have good have had good, I'd take a Predator pure sine wave inverter generator over a comparable price Champion. You're paying more and is not getting more for Champion these days. Those Predators have come in a long way. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I'll grab one and try it. We'll see. All right, Kermit. Let me see. Is that on Amazon? So Kermit writes a Prepper Pete series of children's books, and the latest one deals with ham radio. Prepper Pete. Yeah. Prepper Pete preparedness senators prepping for kids. Radio Rick relays relief. So it's not really showing to be on sale for Prime Day, which is okay. Whatever. See all formats here. Let's see. Nope. Prepper Pete. This one. Maybe it's just this one. Hello. Kindle paperback. It shows 8% off. It doesn't have the Prime Big Deals Day tag on it, but that's okay. Prepper Pete and Friends. So Kermit sent me an email with a lot of these children's books he's writing that have ham radio, prepping, that kind of thing. And it's some neat. I sent an email about. I included one in my email a couple weeks ago. I need to do that again. I need to include it again. So y'all go check that out. I put that one there as the top thing, so you guys can go check that out in this list here. Should be kind of at the top. Yeah, right there. It's going to be the first one at the top there. It doesn't show to be on sale, but it does show if you click on it. It does show to be discounted. 8% right there. So go check that out. Kind of a neat, it's a neat project he's working on. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the last couple things. Didn't Harbor Freight revamp all their Predator inverter generators a couple of years ago? If they did, I didn't hear about that. Maybe. Maybe so. I haven't really been keeping up with them. That's okay, Carmen. I added it in there anyway to my Prime Big Deals Day list here. Yeah, it doesn't show. You might contact him. It doesn't show to be. It doesn't have that red tag that says Prime Big Deal, but when you click on it, it shows 8% off. So. But you're saying it should be 23% off. Yeah, so they don't have it marked. Either they've marked it and haven't populated through the website yet, or they haven't marked it. I don't know, because I'm not seeing that. What's your setup for connecting to battery packs in the field? Any details on connectors? I just pretty much power pole everything. All my battery boxes have power poles. Bi-Windows come with a power pole pigtail that comes off of it. A few other batteries do that. So just cut all your MC4 connectors and cigarette lighter adapters off and put power poles on them. Hey, there you go, Kevin. He won a KG UV9D Plus last night at our radio club. Sweet. I seldom so go to Harbor Freight that I've had a couple of $25 gift cards expire. Send those to me, because I'll go buy some stuff and do videos about them. I got a couple of video ideas about what to do about Harbor Freight stuff. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to let you to it. We're about 18 minutes past the hour here. I didn't want to keep you more than an hour today, so thank you for hanging with me, those of you who did. Again, this is Amazon Big Deals Day. I will share a link to all of the lists we put in the description. They're all in the chat right now, but I'll put them in the description below. If you use the links to my Amazon store, I do make a small commission, or I can make a small commission on certain things, and it does help to support the channel, so I appreciate you guys doing that. Check out other stuff upcoming later on this channel. I'll be sending out an email tomorrow with some more links to some more things, because their sale goes through tomorrow. And generally what they do is they'll put stuff on sale for a few hours one day and then take it down and put other stuff for sale. So there might be some stuff that lasts the whole 48 hours. There might be some stuff that kind of is scattered throughout the 48 hours. So so check that out. Sign up for the email list, hamradio2.com/email-sign up. If you're not already on that, I will send out another email tomorrow with updated links and whatnot. Thanks for hanging with me today. Appreciate you guys being here. I just signed up a very cool guest to be on the live stream on Sunday. So be sure to check out my live stream this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. I'll be back from Rendezvous, going to Rendezvous on Thursday, coming back Sunday morning. Sunday night we'll be live streaming. And I just signed up a really cool guest having to do with Hurricane Helene and the aftermath. So 73 guys, appreciate y'all being here. Have a good rest of the day.